Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Hold up. I think we in here. I think we in here. Let's see. Alright, we good, we good. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another stock slash futures market analysis. Today is Monday, December 29th, 2025. We're doing our analysis for Tuesday, December 30th, 2025. Okay? Um, pretty much today, a recap of today. We really didn't have nothing crazy happen. We didn't have any news today. Pretty much kind of followed to plan. Um, we stated on our y'all forgive me for these drawings because I was teaching someone something earlier today. So let me delete a couple of these drawings. Actually, these drawings I had to delete all of them because these are drawings that they were using, but it's completely fine. We still can explain it. But coming into this week, we stated that hey, Friday closed red. We just made what a higher high when we broke this high right here. We were in a slight downtrend. We broke that high, made a higher high. We said what has to come next for an uptrend to get started? We must see what a higher low. But when we seen this red candle, it indicated to us, hey, we're making some type of low. Either we can make a higher low, so don't come down here and take this low, end up making a higher high, or this can lead us to coming down and make that lower low. But we had to come take this low all the way down here at 25,508. And if you want to know what I'm on MNQ on the daily. Okay. But yeah, that's what we. Oh my goodness, I don't think I. Give me a second. I don't think I should be showing y'all. I don't know if somebody can hack or not. My but this is a new Apex account, so I don't think it matters because it is a new Apex account. But hey, I don't want to risk nobody hacking it or something. And maybe I shouldn't say nothing because now y'all probably looked at them at the screen, but it's fine. Like I was saying, we seen that hey, it made a red candle that indicating some type of low. So we automatically thinking, hey, pretty much probably shorts, at least shorts down to the bottom of this gap right here, this daily gap. We was like, hey, maybe shorts down to here. If we get some type of uptrend forming without going below this daily gap, we can potentially look for the longs to go back to the highs to make that higher high. Or if it breaks through, we can look for that potential break and retest to the next gap. Okay. So those was the two scenarios that we were looking at. And of course we see it end up flushing. It ended up flushing, going down to the next gap. We were able to capitalize on the shorts here and on the shorts inside of the gap. But going into tomorrow, Tuesday, like I said, we didn't have news today. Now tomorrow we do, I believe, have news. I think we got PMI at 8:45. Yeah, we got PMI at 8:45. Crude oil at 10:30. FOMC meetings at 1. Okay? So we do got pretty decent news for tomorrow. Can see the market be volatile. So be on the lookout for that, especially with the FOMC meeting supposed to be scheduled for tomorrow. But I always tell y'all, lately, you gotta kind of look at your economic calendar every single day because a lot of times this stuff be getting pushed back and moved to a different dates. So gotta kind of look at it every day. You just be on the lookout. Now going into tomorrow, so I'm gonna delete all them drawings. Cause like I said, that was with a student. All right, give me 1 second. We're gonna mark out overall uptrend, of course. So we got the high marked, green. Oh no, come on. Don't play around today. We're trying to get to it. Red. Okay. Pink. Pink. Then mark out the gaps, and then we should be good to go. After we mark out these gaps. And there. Here. There. Not marking that one. Hold up, let me put this on. I got my alerts going on. Let me just send this quick text. All right. All right. What's the next gap? We marked out those gaps. This gap here. I think we should have another one here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one more. Nah, two more. We're gonna do two more. Just in the case we get a huge flush one of these days. I always like to just kind of be a little bit prepared. Ain't gotta be always prepared, but at least a little bit prepared. Do I want this one or do I want that one? I think I want that lower one. So let's delete that. Alright. So it should be good. Alright. Now, what we looking for tomorrow? Pretty much the same ideas we had for today. It was a red candle. It's telling us we're looking for a low. We gotta still, we still gotta believe that hey, it's gonna be looking for a low until we get a green candle. We can't go long. Can't really go long on this chart until we get our green candle to set us up for what? That new higher low. So let me do this. We gotta wait till we get a green candle to pivot to make us start going back up to potentially make this new higher low. I am anticipating this though. I am anticipating potentially we might bounce off of this gap which we formed inside of a gap right here between Monday, December 22nd and Friday, December 19th. This gap right here, we might see us bounce off of that gap to go higher. Let me see. Did we close? Oh, we closed above the gap. So that's actually interesting. So we might. It's a chance that we don't go down to this gap, and we just push back up in the morning, bounce back off this gap, and then push back into this daily gap up here. So it is a chance that we see the bounce happen here. We can see the bounce happen here, or it can flush. If it flushed through here, the bounce could happen down here, but I'm more leaning to we're gonna break through and go down to the next gap. But like we said, as of now, we only got red counts. We only can be looking for shorts until we flip green. If you wanting to stay with the overall trend and want to stay only bullish, well then that means you can't get no trades in until you get this daily green count. Okay, can't get no trades in until you get a daily green count. But for the traders that know, can trade pullbacks and stuff, we know, hey, we can look for the shorts until what? That lower time frame trend breaks. When we start making higher highs, then that's when you need to leave it alone. So like here, could have rolled the shorts this whole time. It's pretty much the trade I took right here today. That trade, and then I got in again right there. And then look, this is where it broke. It broke it right there. So at this point, you gotta leave it alone until what? If you want to take shorts, you gotta leave it alone until we what? Take this low down here to put us right back into that downtrend. For longs, like we said, to be bullish, we gotta be above this daily gap at 25,738. Gotta be above this gap, and then you want to see it break, retest. Then once this next high get taken, potentially take that B trade up to the next gap. So like here, it broke, retest, but it never took the next high. So look, it broke, retest, never came up and took A to make that higher high. It just went right back down. Okay. So the trend didn't fully form above the gap. We want to see that trend form above the gap for us to take it to the other side. Okay. So honestly, for tomorrow, like I said, what I'm kind of anticipating is either we push up. It depends on where we at in the morning. If we push back above the gap in the morning, we sitting up here when the market open, I can see us come down to the gap, bounce, and then go back up to the highs. If we open it up somewhere in the gap or close to the inside the gap, I can see us push inside, especially if we open inside. Open inside the gap, and this is M and Q. I'm talking about for QQQ and SPY, so I'm gonna have to go to their charts. But if we're inside this gap when the market opens, 8:30 come, I can see us potentially dropping down to here, slowly building some base, and then push back up. Or if we push all the way down to this bottom gap, other than if we push down to the bottom of this gap before 8:45 and PMI come out, then I can see us, squeeze all the way back up. But other than that, if it's after 8:45, I really don't see us squeezing back up. I see us probably breaking below, retesting, dropping. Okay. But biggest thing right now, we just gotta be bearish until we get a green daily candle. Honestly, gotta be bearish for right now. The Bears are in control. Yes, overall, we looking for them longs, but can't get in no longs as of right now. All right, now let me go to SPY. I just started with MNQ because that was the first chart that was up. So now let's go to SPY. We back in order, okay? All right, for SPY, what we looking at? I ain't even look at SPY all day today. Pretty much, I guess it's the same thing we've been looking for. Since from yesterday, we want to see SPY try to build base above this previous high over here at 687.67. Okay. Well, what do we see? We seen a breakout. Okay, nice breakout. Got our red counter for the pullback, and we ended up opening below. Opening below the high kind of basically resets us. Yes, we closed back above, but now I'm looking at this as this is the breakout once again. So we got to break out and try to retest again to go higher. The only way we won't have to retest again is if we just take this high and close past this high up here. Then we won't have to retest this down here. Now looking at SPY, we got higher high, potential new higher low. This potentially new higher low. Because we got a red candle, it made it so it's telling us we look for a low. Then we got the green candle to tell us, hey, we're starting to look for a high. Okay, we're starting to look for a high. Is this gonna make it a higher high? We end up pushing up, making that higher high. This will be a new solidify level right here. And set, if we can close past this high, we can take the continuation, set our stop loss at the solidify level. Or if we fail to close past the high but still close green, we should expect what? A slight pullback and then go back higher. Okay. So, but this is good. This is what we like to see right here. This is either going to make a lead us to a higher high and make this into a solidified level, or this gonna have to be what? A lower high, because it can be a high, then that's our low, high, and if we come make another red candle and make another low, that'll be a lower high with a lower low. Switch to a downtrend. We could take the shorts down to this gap at 680. Okay, so we do like to see opposite colors because now it's telling us, hey, market getting ready to make some type of structure. We got to see what it's gonna do though. Gotta see what it's gonna do. But the biggest thing we were focusing on, honestly, the two key levels with SPY that we're focusing on is, see, magnet 686.07. We want to see if this is gonna be respected. It'll lead us to that uptrend. Or and the other level we're focusing on is the 691.66. So if we push up and break 691.66, we solidify this low. If we go down and have a red candle and close, even just come below here, we don't have to close below it. We just come below here and have a red candle, then it will make this into what? A lower high. So then the top of this will be the new solidified low for the shorts. So real interesting. Of course, you kind of gotta go with longs on SPY for right now, just because it did close green. But me personally, I'm not too strong on them longs right now. Reason why is one, yes, we closed above a gap, but we're literally right at the next gap. That's not that much space. Unless we get a huge squeeze. If we get a nice squeeze back above this gap, if we can get a nice squeeze back above this gap and can start building base up here, I would like a long, take the long first to the high, first to this first high where we break out. And then if we close past it, I think it's going to slowly grind its way to the top. I don't know if it's going to squeeze straight hard up to the high. So, but this is a better trade for me for longs. Yes, we could get in here, but I feel like it's a gamble. Like I said, this can literally be setting up for a lower high to go short. The better trade is wait till we go above this daily fair value gap right here at 689.25. Wait till we get a green candle close above there. Let it retest, then get in. Okay. So that's the better trade, honestly. And that's probably the trade I'll be looking for. So I might, let's set an alert. We cross the top of that fair value gap. That's probably my key trade. Other than if we're taking short, like we said, if it shoots down, we close red. But that's more like we got to see us close that. You know what I'm saying? We got to close red because if it puts right back up due to FOMC meetings, it won't matter. So that shorts wise, you can get in the shorts for SPY, but I kinda gotta wait till I see a red daily candle first. That's what I'm waiting on. So for me to be short, I gotta wait on a red daily candle to come. Right now we just had a green one. Yes, it can flush down hard as it wants, but if it's not giving me a red candle first to close, I'm really not liking the shorts. Okay, I don't like to trade against whatever my previous candle color was more times than not. Now going to QQQ. So if y'all want to recap real quick of the ones we just went over, M and Q, we are more bearish, um, potentially bearish, I'm gonna say, because like we said, it didn't close inside here. So yeah, it didn't close inside this gap. So it very well, like we said, it can very well push right back up, retest, and then go higher. But I I'll say I'm neutral. I'll say I'm neutral for MNQ. I'm more neutral. SPY, we're more bullish. We're more bullish so far just because got the higher high. This is potentially the new higher low. Okay. Going to QQQ. QQQ kinda looking like SPY a little bit, but not quite. SPY's dang near at its all-time highs. QQQ still got a lot of room to go. But with QQQ, we end up making what? Higher high, low, higher high. So this actually fully made an uptrend right here. This actually made an uptrend right here. So honestly, this kind of making me be way more bullish on QQQ. Because we actually made an uptrend here. Let me mark it out for y'all. I'm way more bullish on QQQ. High, low, higher high, low. So we already made our higher high. This green candle here should be leading us up to back to making another higher high. Should be. So I'm actually I'm extreme. I probably, if I would have been looking at QQ at the end of the day, I probably would have grabbed a long at the end of the day. Cause stop loss would be the bottom of this red candle right here. Which is, what's that? Pretty much 617. Stop loss there. Of course, aim for either first aim for the top of the gap, or you can aim for to make that higher high. That's what I will be aiming for, that higher high to come. Yeah, I'm way more bullish on QQQ. It is tricky because it did open up the side of the gap, but it didn't touch neither side of the gap. So I would assume that it should go up to that next gap. But in an event that we do end up making a lower low, especially closing red, then that'll be a high, low, high, lower low. Switch to a downtrend instantly. Definitely can come down to that 614 level. But looking at it as of right now, this look like you should be going long on QQQ. So I'm bullish on QQQ, bullish on SPY, neutral on MNQ. Okay. Let's go look at ES. ES, on the other hand, kind of looking like NQ. Looking like NQ. We failed to close the side of the gap, but what we need to see a green candle to start making us go back up. Gotta have a green candle. So I'm thinking tomorrow it's a chance that we can flip green, y'all. It's a chance that tomorrow candle can be a green candle because we, like I said, we opened up above this gap. We very well can push back up, retest this gap, and then push up to the next gap to give us that full green candle. So I definitely can see us potentially going higher, but it's just that's the hardest part, going against the actual candle colors. Okay, that's the hardest part, but I can see the opportunity for us to go higher. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. So it's pretty much looking like we said with NQ. We want to see, if we want to go long, you want to see a build base above the daily gap, then go up to the next gap. Now it don't have a gap inside the gap like NQ does. So more times than not, your entry for this, it'll just have to do it like at the bottom of the gap possibly, and then take it. But I won't even want to take the longs once it get to the bottom of the gap. Once it touch the bottom gap, I don't even like longs. I don't even care if it start pushing up or not. I just don't like the longs once it touch the bottom of the gap. So it needs to come like halfway possibly and then go up. But once it touch the bottom gap, I don't really want longs unless we completely come back to the other side. All right. MYM, we ain't even check MYM today. MYM didn't build that base above. We said that yesterday. We said if it can't build that base above, definitely look for them shorts to what? Come down to the next gap. And that's exactly what happened. Didn't build that base above, close through this small fair value gap, went straight down to the next gap. It did fail to close in the gap, but since it closed red, we expect what? Slight pullback and then try to retest and see if we can go down in there. We fail to go in there and we start making an uptrend, then we definitely can see it coming back up to this small fair value gap at 48,853. Okay. So I ain't mean to move that. I was trying to delete this yellow. Alright. And then once we push back up, if we can close back above this gap right here, we still look for the exact same thing. Break, retest, go higher. We still looking for the same thing because look to the left, we broke, retest failed, broke, retest failed. We break again. We want to see if that retest gonna work and make it an uptrend this time. Okay. Going to MGC gold. Alright, now what did I tell y'all with gold? What did I tell y'all with gold? I said with gold, what we had to do, I said if you want to take gold, the only way you can take gold, I told y'all, was on that lower time frame, and you gotta just get out soon that lower time frame break structure. Okay, what the heck is all this? I don't know what this is. Oh, maybe it's lower. Let me see. Let's see what that is. Oh, it start switching back to an uptrend. Yeah, like we were saying with gold, you literally had to follow whichever trend it was in, and follow whatever trend it is in, and then get out soon the trend break. So it starts switching to an uptrend. I guess when we was looking at it last night, you just supposed to follow it until what? The solidify lows get broken. So this was solidify low, made a high, made these lows. This is where you supposed to be getting in at, aiming for this high, get in, made that high. Now this is the new solidified level. Okay. Came down, made some lows, made new solidified levels up here. See that? Came down, made some lows, made another solidified level once it made that high. Boom. And then right here, this one it finally broke the solidified lows right there. You're supposed to get out them loans and left it alone. Then you just let it ride, seeing if we're gonna switch to a downtrend. We had low, high, low. Was that a lower low? Let's see. No, it wasn't lower low. So we had low, high, low, just a random low. It ain't a lower low. High. Then we got our first lower low that made this solidified up here for the shorts. Made our first lower low. You could have either got in on that B trade right here, set your stop loss up there, or you could have waited on the pullback and then got in. So let me mark it out for you. We had low, high. This was that lower low right there. Okay. It's that lower low. Hold up, my bad. Low, high, lower low. Then this was where that pullback was at right here. This green candle. Green candle was the pullback. So like we said, you could either got in on that B trade once we crossed number 1. Could have got in that B trade for the short. Or you could have waited to number 4, which was been an A trade, the pullback. And that very first red, you're supposed to get in, right? Very first red, get in. Stop loss still would have been at number 2. Until we what? Until we made a new lower low. Well, we didn't make that new lower low until right here. Once we made that new lower low, then you could have brought it down from number 2 and set it right here on this candle high. And you've been perfectly fine to ride them shorts down to take out all these lows, these target lows right there. So, but that's how you got to trade gold when it's in that all-time high. You got to get out. Soon as that trend change, you got to get out. Okay, got to get out. All right. Pretty much the same thing. Let's look at the daily though for gold. See what it's looking like. So that daily, we just made a lower low. Okay, made a lower low, broke this low also. Didn't really bounce off no gaps. Broke below a daily gap. So we might be doing that retest of this gap right here. We don't necessarily have to though, because oh no, we closed above this low. I was gonna say we didn't necessarily have to if we closed past the low, but we didn't close past the low. So it's a chance that we can retest this gap and then come right back down to here. I kind of see it if it touched that gap. Kind of see it stalling. Honestly, I think it's potentially gonna stall for a little bit. If we don't touch that gap and we see a downtrend form without touching that gap, and we start pushing, we push right back below this low, I definitely see us flushing straight down to this daily gap here. Cause that'll leave, well, it ain't gonna leave a fair value gap here, but it'll just leave an open space for there. So definitely it's I'm looking more to short to consolidation for gold. Only way I look for longs is we push back above 440, 447. I mean 4,474. That's the only time I'm looking for longs again on gold. So we can delete that because that wasn't solidified level. This. Oh, I ain't got the magnet on. I'm like, why the heck? Gonna set that there. Okay. All right. Now let's go to crowd. See what crowd was doing. I didn't look at crowd today, but I peeped the price. I peeped the price, y'all. But I didn't look at the chart. What we said we was kind of looking for crowd was, I told y'all I was looking for just a red candle, and I might just go and get in. And I told y'all, hey, the true trade we want is to see it make the lower low first. So we didn't get in off the red candle. So hey, maybe we just gonna wait till that lower low come, then we'll get in. Okay, so I'm gonna set alert this time though, cause I need to know when we make that lower low. So we make a lower low, I think that's when I'm gonna be getting in them potential shorts to the downside. Cause we got low, high, lower low, high. We gotta go make a lower low, especially if we can close past. If it close past, I'm almost 100% sure we coming down to. And now, like I said, this is not financial advice, but I'm almost sure we close below this low here. I'm almost sure that we're gonna come down to 462. Almost sure we're gonna go to 462. We can close below this daily low right there. That's the key. Closing below there is key. I want to make a white line. Come on, put a white line. I want to know if we close below 469.84. That's the key spot for me. Of course, making a lower low is gonna make me want to enter, but I really want to see us close below there. Reason, that's another thing. I probably should have got in up here. Hopefully tomorrow it might pull back some, and then I might can get in. Cause the reason why I say that is because it's best for me to get in now and let it come down, make this lower low, versus me let it make this lower low, but it failed to close below this low, and we reverse. That's the thing. Where if I get in up here, even if we fail to close below this low, I still making some profit and I can cut, before the end of the day. So hopefully tomorrow we can pull back slightly, possibly like 479. Then I can grab them shorts, take it on down to 470, and see if we can close below 469. That's my plan. That's my plan for tomorrow. Then come on down here. That's what I want to see. This is where I want to get in at. Stop loss. It's supposed to be up here, but once we make that lower low, then I can set it down here. Okay. I'll set it down here, and I'll be aiming for here. Oh, what the world? I'll be aiming for this gap down here, especially if we close below that low. Looks so beautiful, man. Come on. I hope it play out that way. We want to look at anything else. Let's look at Tesla. Cause I think we said something about Tesla. What we said about Tesla yesterday? Them dang shorts, and we ain't even get in. We ain't even get in. It's fine. What the heck? Hold up, y'all. Golly. We definitely missed that opportunity. Definitely missed our opportunity. What we said? What did we say? Cause we couldn't say get in here. Ain't no way we said get in here because it already was going down. Where the heck we was saying get in there, y'all? Let me go. I might have to go back to the stream and rewatch it. Because I know for a fact we didn't say get in up there when it already was dropping. What the heck? And I'm confused by these dang lines. Why I feel like somebody glitched my, like, hacked my stuff or something. Because why the heck do I got all these orange lines at the top? Oh, potential solidify levels on the hourly. Oh, I'm about to say, I know what that was. Because I'm not used to seeing the orange lines be it. So we saying don't break here, don't break here, don't break here. We looking to go short. Ooh, it already made that lower low. So entry is supposed to be where? Maybe last night, I gotta go back and watch the stream. Maybe I was saying this is where you were supposed to enter in at. Stop loss up there. Maybe that's what I was trying to tell y'all last night. Target supposed to be in this low right here, which is smashed through. Perfect. But why the heck would we say where you should have entered versus where we need to enter? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where would we want to enter? Of course, below this dang gap. This gap right here. Really ain't really. You had a low, high, boom. Right here, maybe you could have entered right here. Said stop up there. Aim for the bottom of the gap. Yeah, you could have entered there. Dang, it must shooting down though. That's crazy. That was a huge. I mean, what? It was at 480 on Friday. Is it? Boy, that's almost $30 in a day. That's kind of crazy, man. And there ain't no telling how far down it's gonna try. Let's see. We made high, low, high, so higher high. But then we made a lower low. Okay. Potentially we can make a lower high, then lower, but we don't got no green count. So for right now, we just thinking just keep dropping. Where can it bounce it? This the only gap I see. I see any gaps to the left? Nope, nope. Dang, Tesla really can just come straight down to 451, 452 before even bouncing, y'all. Very well can just drop down that far. Honestly, I'm a little upset because I was looking at Tesla. Once it broke 462, if I seen base start building underneath it, like this hourly candle was this huge red, but you should have bought at the close. Bought it at the close. But let's even go to the lower time frame. Let's see if base start building underneath it for you. Right here. But that was at the very end though. But this is the first time we built a downtrend underneath it right here. This was supposed to be our entry at this counter right here. Go on 1 minute and see. 1 minute. 1 minute would have gave you a way early entry. We had break, green, lower low. This would have been your entry right up here at 462. 1 minute definitely gave you the better entry. Dang, you missed out on some Tesla. It's still, like I said, I still think it's probably gonna come down to 451, 452 area. I still see it going down there because on that daily, we really ain't got the next low to respect is down here, but we gotta go to some type of gap to bounce. Well, we disrespected this gap, so I'm pretty sure we got to come to this gap to try to bounce. So Tesla definitely can come down to 452 easily. Might do it tomorrow. But yeah, we're gonna end it here, man. I ain't finna be too deep into this today. Y'all know we probably gonna just trade futures. I am gonna get in some crowd probably tomorrow. Either crowd or Tesla look good too though. But crowd kind of what I really want, but Tesla kind of look like an easy play. Like it should pretty much just go straight down to 150, 452. Like all you should do is just go to the hourly, follow that hourly downtrend. Once the hourly downtrend break, get out the dang trade. Literally, that's what it's looking like. Don't really look that hard on Tesla. CrowdStrike kind of a little bit more tricky because it didn't make the lower low just yet, but CrowdStrike definitely got way more dollars to drop than Tesla. Tesla only got to drop $5 more, where CrowdStrike can drop potentially from 74 all the way down to 61, so about $13 drop. So it's a little bit way more room to the downside. Just gotta pick and choose, pick your poison. All right, but yeah, we're gonna end it right here, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and your boy Keith is out. Oh, I also want to mention y'all might start seeing me trading on TraderVate. Reason being is because I want to copy trade these Apex accounts, man. We got funded Apex accounts. I want to copy trade them, and I can't do it through Top Step. I mean, not Top Step, through TradingView. I can trade them one by one. I click on my tab down here, but I can't copy trade them. So I'm gonna watch me some tutorials on how to do the copy trading for TraderVate. Get familiar with. So we might do that tomorrow. We might start actually placing trades on TraderVate tomorrow. May not be able to copy trade it, but I want to get familiar with that, and hopefully by 2026, which is only a couple days away, I'll give us the first week of 2026. After the first week of 2026, hopefully we'll be able to know how to copy trade on TraderVate and get all of these accounts copy trading. Cause we trying to get it good for 2026, man. We're trying to run it up. So